There's a lot of people here who are soft. Was
Hi, and welcome to DD Live. I'm your host, Angel Camacho, and my esteemed colleague, Jose the Perra Guerra.
Gang.
We're here once again, and I'm wearing black because I'm a little distraught. I'm a little heartbroken. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very disappointed that we came in second place. I feel that we are the perennial second place winners. I feel like we're first place losers, with the exception of 2 times. I take this vote serious. I feel like we're like the LeBron James. It's like we're competing against ourselves, because for the better part of the whole entire season, there was nobody was putting up anything before the season. A couple of weeks into the season, thank God stock up, stock down came in, apparently, because that's now the show of the people. So it's I kind of feel that we're like the LeBron James, the Cristiano Ronaldo. The Ballon d'Or is always going to be a popularity contest. We're not always going to get it. We're not going to go down, but we're the show that people want, the show that people need. So without further ado, we're just going to get into it. We're brought to you by PK Realty. Even our own sponsor didn't vote for us. It's been indicative of the season that we've had. But it could have been also the audio that you put on the last episode. It was kind of boofy.
Yeah.
I don't think people voted us solely because of that. So if anything, I just got to blame you. You got to be the fall guy here, Pedro.
It is what it is. I'll take it.
I'm going to say that you have a sexy voice this episode. I think you overtake me on this one. I'm coming down. Little Angel's coming down with a cold, I feel, and I have a little raspy voice. So now let's get into what week 5 is. Enough about us, enough about me. I could talk about myself all day. So what happened in week 5?
I mean, shoot, I'm gonna be honest with you. At least in my conference, right? Everyone was, this team is gonna jump up. This team is gonna do that. That team's gonna do that. There was none of it, right? We stayed the same way we went. The same standings that went going into, week 5, were the same standings in the same order that we came out of after week 5. So there was no change. I think the only disappointment of week 5 to me, or the biggest disappointment, was the fact that essentially Chris D, threw away the MVP. I think it was pretty, I think it was pretty, consensus.
But it was quick. It was the first game. It was just get there and poof.
Yeah.
So it kind of did deflate the rest of the day overall.
Yeah. I mean,
but on a side note, and this show does love Captain's Corner and does love Chris D. And we want to congratulate you and what many will consider one of the OG first ladies of Done Deal, Darcy, gonna be a mother.
For sure, the only one left around.
Oh my God, she is a blessing. Congratulations to the two of you. We know the amazing work that Chris D does with kids, in the inner city with the program he worked with. I can't think of a better person to be a father figure, to welcome another human being into this world, other than that man, Chris D. So congratulations to Chris D and Darcy.
Congrats to you both.
But brother, did you wet the bed? Speaking of a baby, oh my God, that MVP was his for the taking. In fact, even after it was such a good season that even like some still voted for him. You still tried to find a justification, and if he would have came out winning, it wouldn't have been as egregious as other people would have won it, which we'll get to. Now, another thing that I wanted to address. Yo, what's up with Mocoso, bro? That guy almost freaking killed AJ. Listen, hey, if it wasn't for Andres, I shoot out on that field and I fight the guy. I almost felt 24 all of a sudden.
They're boys, man. They grew up together. They grew up together.
You could tell, bro. Yo, and Mo plays. He plays pretty nasty, and I like that. You see, that's the beauty of bringing in new players into the league. You get to meet new personalities, and he just brings a different edge to the game. A little bit of more zeal. Kind of reminds me of Ernie in his first couple seasons. Just like it's like you wind them up and like running at 1,000 miles an hour. First couple seasons, Swazo, same thing. High motor
Swazo
guys.
For sure.
kind of fits the profile of players that you would draft. So I think that's if he's playing good, Seahawks will be playing good because every game that you guys beat the Bengals. The Bengals, it almost felt like it was a formality. I picked them that they were going to go 4-0. They went 3-1, and their only loss was to you. So
I thought they went 2-2.
they went 2-2. Oh, that's right. They lost to the Dolphins as well. So they went 2-2. So you shook up they almost shook up the MVP race for Fredo. But he still had a great week. Ralphie was officiating horrifically in your game because the amount of impeding calls that guy he wanted to be the MVP of that game. He had a bone to pick with Fredo. Something about those Hialeah guys.
No, with Julio.
It was him. It was
I remember Julio.
That's for the
Julio was the one with the hot seat. Yeah,
and then
sure.
and then it's Fredo that's the one always gets caught in the crossfire. Pobre,
always, man. He lives catching strays. But I mean, man, other than that, I think, week 5, obviously there was a little bit of movement, but I think it was pretty anticipated. I believe that the Vikings were gonna end up going with the 2 seed. I think maybe
I didn't
you
have
had
that. I didn't
yeah,
have
I think
that.
you had the Cowboys.
I got everything else. Okay, so like something you alluded to. In the South, I had everything right, except the fact that I thought the Falcons were gonna have the better week than the Seahawks, and I felt the Seahawks were gonna fall out of that 2nd seed. So kudos to you, Perra. You and the Giants got that 1 and 2 seed, so you lock up that first bye. Rayman has to go the hard way, and he's playing the Jaguars and Josh, which he thinks is completely egregious. If I can't even say what he texted me on the NAS chat, he thinks it's a complete disservice to his talent level that Raymond stands no chance, that the Falcons stand no chance.
No, I mean, I think team for team, besides team for team, like player for player, the Jaguars, I think definitely I would say that they're the scariest team in our conference, top to bottom. Because man, that team is very well put together now. Just like anything else, right? It comes down to quarterback play, and it does come down to a little bit of leadership on the defensive side and see how they do there. But I mean, Josh, obviously everybody knows, can make every single freaking throw, and he has the players to that play into his type of game. They fit him. Montano and Marley with the deep shots, Vic Herrera with the deep shots. They have a decent
little
tier
sneaky
6.
run there for the Jaguars. You think? Listen, this is the last time.
They're scary. They're definitely a team that no one wants to play, in my opinion.
The last time that Josh had remotely a good team in DD, the guy showed up with a new haircut, fresh panda dunks, and was a first round exit. I know, Josh.
I mean,
expecting this man to go out on Friday night, completely go on a bender, show up there thinking it's all cute, and Raymond is disciplined. Look what he did to the Saints. I was on the guy won the damn game without a freaking pass. That was so embarrassing. I felt it.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
That was horrific.
Yeah. Luckily, I had to referee that game or not do much, but stat keeping was definitely easy that game.
I feel like I should have gotten 30 more targets that game.
Well, I think besides the 3 or 4 targets or catches that you had, I think only Ace had one other catch. Everything else was incomplete or a sack or just a bunch of nothing. But yeah, man, I mean, I think week 5 obviously was a success. Obviously, no one came out hurt, which is always a big, big plus.
We had a couple quitters.
That's so. Listen, I think that's something that needs to be,
addressed.
visited, addressed, visited, talked about. There needs to be some sort of, real penalty to that. I get it. There's definitely, bro, if you're on a really bad team, you don't want to show up on the last week of the season and have to play 4 games. I get it. You have to. I think the addition of, well, I think it was the toilet bowl last season.
Yes.
Brought a little bit of juice to that, but then obviously the quote unquote toilet bowl itself was weak because it was held during playoffs. This and the other. No one was really interested. But I think, it gives you a little bit something else for those teams to play for. I don't know what that format or what other invention or what else can be added to DD to maybe keep those lower teams engaged and those players. But I definitely think there needs to be some sort of penalty, at least on the individual player level, because yeah, man, again, luckily for me, I've never been in one of those, one of those situations. But look, someone like Louis, back to back, you know, toilet trash can teams, and he's there, man. He shows up, and Kevin Garcia, one of the games I was reffing of the
They
Saints,
told
he
him,
was
bro.
like,
That kid can't catch a break, man.
listen, he's annoying as hell on the
He's
field.
a good
I'm
kid, though.
sure if
Good
I
kid.
ever play with him, he'll
Good
be a
guy.
good teammate. I'll definitely be like, hey, Kevin, do me a favor, shut up, right? But he gives it his all, and one of those things he said, damn, man, my team sucks. I could have just stayed home sleeping on a Saturday, but he went, so he definitely deserves credit for that. So I think, there needs to be some evaluation, around a potential penalty for those players that quit, and it's like everybody knows you quit.
Now, on the flip side, on the north side, it kind of the jump was the Oilers. Who the hell?
Yeah.
Who's Herbie? Wow.
Definitely
Like,
not a tier 4 or 5,
hey, you would
whatever.
listen to me. Listen to me. If Andy would have had one more week with that team, yo, that would have been pretty interesting to have seen a team like that in the playoffs. That was a very, very good team. And it just shows when you get a group of dedicated individuals, some
Chemistry
help
goes
from
a
the
long way.
DDPA and an owner of DD, that you could have an amazing product and almost make the playoffs.
Look at the Falcons. No one is gonna sit here and be like, "Oh my God, the Falcons are a super scary team," right?
Right.
But the continuity and the chemistry that team had is what had them on the,
Yeah, they got, they
on
have
the cusp
high
of
IQ
securing a
dogs.
bye.
They
You know,
lose
Wakeman
Wakeman,
is a
but now
big
they
is
get
a big
Ollie.
loss. I think that is a huge loss. And I think it was a bad pickup in my opinion.
Wow, you don't rate Ollie? Like, yo,
No, it's not. It's not the player. It's the
Ollie's an
fit.
elite rusher.
It's the fit.
He's fast. He
It's
had
the fit.
he could run the PCP like no one else, bro.
It's
He's
the
Kiki's
fit.
brother. He shares a DNA. He's a winner. Just don't ask him to
Hey,
throw.
we share the same last name, baby, but it's there's something important. It's the fit. He's a rusher. I've never seen Oli play anything but rush.
You're
You're gonna
just
have to
jealous
put
because you don't have him, and you have like 5 rushers. You just wanted to have another rusher on your team, and you didn't get him. So that's what you're upset. You're just being a hater, bro.
maybe there's definitely some potential there, but I just think the fit is not there, man. You lose a corner in Wakeman. Yes, Wakeman was rushing against some more mobile guys, and obviously, Ollie's definitely an improvement when it comes to that,
Ollie
rushing
is a
across
sure
D.
flag puller.
But how often has Ollie played corner? Because if he rushes, okay, that's
No,
great. That's
no, no.
phenomenal.
The last couple of seasons in red zone, that I've been throwing, he's been playing DB for us. Like when
Okay.
I throw, so like he doesn't want to rush.
Again, that's I haven't seen him do it much,
Yeah.
right? But
I
it's
just don't.
also
I just don't think what he's going to get asked to cover is going to be something out of the ordinary. And there's going to be nobody that's going to be able to outrun Ollie. The motor that he
100%.
has, amazing flag puller. I think it was a very solid pickup. I think you're sleeping on Ollie, man.
I'm not. Again, I'm talking
Listen, when you
about
talk about
fit.
NAS players, I feel like you're talking about my children. So I take this
No,
person.
I'm talking about fit. I think the fit was what was
Should have
going
gotten a guy
so
from
well.
Hialeah. Should have gotten a guy from Hialeah.
Should have gotten a guy from Hialeah for sure, but if not, maybe a surefire corner that has more pedigree at corner than our rusher. Because I have Boo to rush.
Now, talking about the North, I said the Dolphins are going to pooch it. I said they were going to go 1-3, but they went 2-2, so they beat the Bengals, but they still pooched it. The Vikings had an amazing week. The Bengals did what they had to do. Cowboys mediocre. So Joan slides in to that second spot. There's a lot of turmoil there. And then obviously the Rams and Oilers flip. So I got those guesses wrong in terms of Rams, Oilers, Cowboys, Vikings, but Dolphins slipping out, Chiefs being middle of the pack, Chargers just being good enough to get in, sort of what we expected.
I mean, I think it's very the Chiefs are they're a Devin team, very hot and cold. When Devin comes, it's scary. When Devin doesn't come, it's scary. There's just two very different types of scary.
Which Devin you're gonna get?
And it sucks in terms of it's there's a big divide, right? There's a big gap between scary good Devin, scary bad Devin. And we've had pretty much 50-50, you know, throughout the whole season, maybe he's due. Maybe he's due in the playoffs. I don't know what his pattern has been, but if it's alternating weeks, playoffs, they definitely didn't have the best week 5. So I would imagine playoffs is the week where he bounces back.
It's been a season where he's just been mid.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of weight. Won nationals, maybe just a little hungover of winning. Focused on worlds, focused on the big picture. I don't know.
Maybe.
Now let's talk about the best tiers. We want to give a little bit of love. Best tier 1, Adrian M. What a season he had.
I mean, especially with the moving the shuffling around by having Lulu come in and moving AJ down to tier 2, it was a no-brainer. I personally did not vote for Adrian. I voted for Ant because I think when we're talking about best tier, it's not impact on team, it's purely stats. But hey, definitely very, very, very well
Ant's another one
deserving.
that's like DD Live that he just gets like he's so amazing, good looking, and has amazing hair that people
hair.
just hold him to a higher standard.
Yeah.
But no,
But yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at all. Doesn't matter, right? But I definitely very well deserving winner in Adrian.
tier 2, the
I mean,
boy, the kid speaks for
the
itself.
kid,
He was in
once
the MVP discussion.
once he
Adrian.
dropped to tier 2, there was, there shouldn't have even been a vote.
I love you see, and these were the additions made to the league. AJ Moscoso, like these characters. It's hopefully we get some of the OG vets back, at least for the tournament. Get some of this building up for the next season because it'd be pretty cool seeing some guys play with some of these new guys.
I mean, we'll see. Look, there's a lot. I'm hearing a lot of rumblings of a lot more rookies coming in for the tournament, which is usually the case, right? So we'll see. We'll see a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities for people to become vets now.
Tier 3, Crizzy. It's like the perennial
Same
Crizzy
thing.
award.
It was the LeBron gif about downtime. He had been snubbed for whatever reasons. These past 2 seasons, I feel like his only real competitor was Ernie, and it was just not even close.
Yeah. I don't know how any self-respecting individual voted 19 times for Ruff.
Yeah, I don't. That's friends voting for friends.
Yeah. That's egregious. All right. Best year for Ryan Paz. Hey,
Listen,
called that
I'm
one.
up.
Gangster.
Gangster. I'm still pissed that my boy, Moscoso didn't get it.
Yeah.
But again,
It was both in there. You gotta root for
yeah,
it.
yeah, and
the
much
vote
like
says
the
it there,
Rafa,
13-12.
yeah, much like the Rafa situation, the fact that anyone else but those 3 guys got votes is pretty ugly in my opinion.
Yeah. No, they're Travis and Izzy. No, like Travis had a good season. Izzy getting 7 votes. That obviously could have dictated.
That was steady campaigning, and hey, all props to Steady for campaigning for his guys. And shoot, bro.
Very Eddie-esque. Remember when Eddie would post
Yeah,
like a
sure.
dissertation for every single player and their merits for deserving the award. So
Yeah.
definitely a Eddie like move. Best year 5, Laz. We knew that.
Yeah, I mean, once I saw his stats going into week 5, I was like, bro, no shot. Like this guy's for sure winning it, especially going 5 hard. Yeah. I mean, I think the only other person for me would have been Eric, I think Montedioca. But yeah, no shot.
Definitely been a fun season. Definitely very rewarding.
Congrats to all the winners.
Congrats to all the winners for your hard work, for balling out. The show recognizes your contribution. And that being said, what did you feel was something that was defining for this season that you feel you're taking away from? Maybe something that you want to see some change going forward, but overall the sentiment for the season as we start wrapping up the regular season play and start looking forward to the playoffs.
Man, I think regular season wise, huge success. The changing of the guard, right? Of having the quarterbacks be captains. I like the fact that I get to play defense. I feel like it keeps me more engaged. I feel like unless I'm playing travel ball, I almost get bored. playing just quarterback sometimes. I don't feel like I put my all into it. So I definitely like the fact that I got to be an actual captain, even though I'm always, de facto captain. But the fact that I was actual team captain or whatever, got to draft the team that I
Anybody that
wanted.
listens to this podcast, you sound like you're sitting at a panel like in Davos in Europe, like talking about climate change and how it's going to impact the economy in the world. You sound like $1,000,000. So I want to reiterate that. So like if this is the money maker right here, like whatever it is that you're using there, I could say it like it's definitely the speaker. Because you sound like $1,000,000, man. I don't want to say nothing else.
Good, good. I had to make up for last episode.
Yeah,
But man, huge success. Quarterbacks getting to draft their teams. I think it definitely evened out the competition. Yes, the cream always rises to the top. You have the usual suspects towards the top of each conference, in my opinion. But you still have some sleepers. You have those maybe a little bit less quarterback players that are more athletic. It evens it out, and I think it was a big success, for the overall outlook of the season and how the competition played out. Yes, we had the quote unquote, graveyards, but that's always going to happen, right?
but it
People
wasn't
play
as
bad.
it wasn't as many as other seasons.
We were calling the Oilers a trash bag, a graveyard. Andy, what are you doing? This, that, the other. Man, they held the fort down. How he did it, honestly, I don't know,
They went
because they
three and
went
one.
0.
They went 3-1
But
the
I'm
last week.
but I'm saying coming into week 4, they went 0-3. I told them, I was like, brother, you cannot go 5 hard your first week back. That's not a recipe for success. He came out healthy. He said he was rusty. I wasn't too sure, but man, we played him. We played him week 5. This is the only game that we didn't score 4. We tied them 3-3. And yeah, I mean, they were a tie or a loss away by the Chargers the
How was
last
he
game of the
not start
season.
of the week? Like Joan was
No, I
is
mean,
on the
listen,
scale.
no, I don't think, I don't, I
That was
didn't get a,
tremendo feat though, because the people that he beat, like he beat teams that he had no business beating.
well, I mean, shoot, for that same token, I can say I should have been stud of the week. Yeah, I tied Andy. Okay, yeah, I'm a scrub, but I beat Alfredo, I beat Tronky, and I beat Chris D. None of those teams stopped me on offense. I had 90 completions all week long.
Damn, you're feeding yourself, man. It's not just the mic.
Well, I'm just if we're gonna go at like that, stud of the week is straight stats. So I have no problem, with John getting the stud of the week because he won 4-0.
Yeah.
That's the only person that should have gotten over me, if we're being honest.
Now, if we're being honest, one of the things that I'm most proud of this show is the fact that I have this innate ability to be known as the MVP maker. I put my finger on you, and your candidacy is absolutely minted, and you become the most valuable player for this league. I've called, I believe, the last 6 correctly. Some questionable ones that people didn't think that were going to happen. The Bach MVP, we called it. Peak MVP, we called it. Better MVP, we called it. Montano MVP, we called that one too.
Yep.
And this season, MVP, it's just a testament of the amazing football team I'm building outside of Dundee. And it's that there's just another cornerstone. Hey, Nas has 2 MVPs now. And without further ado, I'm not going to keep talking about them because I'm just gonna melt here. I'm gonna melt talking about them. We really couldn't celebrate you being an MVP without bringing back another cornerstone of NAS, another cornerstone of this show, the one and only Michael Sabina. Michael, thank you for making a visit all the way from Lakeland. Now Fredo's not even on screen. This is tremendous technical difficulty. This is the kind of thing.
It's really like, wow, I didn't know it was like that. My fault. Yo, my
Yeah,
fault.
yeah. We're this is a two-time show winner, DD Life. All right, so this is an honor. We're happy to have you, Alfredo. Mikey, what do you think, man? Another quarterback. It's like we pick them on the show, and we select them. We know how to select elite talent on NAS. What do you think, Mikey?
I'm fucking happy, man. Yo, first of all, your background is trash. Nobody told him to get one of what we have.
No, he
I don't know how to do that, bro. How do I do that?
On early. He didn't get on earlier. Like this is like trying to get my dad on to be in a Zoom call.
Wow, this is weak. So you were not prepared, but I'm glad you won, Fredo. How do you feel, man? You used to hate done deal. Now look at you. You're an MVP, brother.
This is working.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. Just stop touching buttons, bro. Just
All
stop.
right.
So you're an MVP of done deal, man.
Gotta get rid of.
You used to be a done deal hater.
I still am. What do you mean?
Fredo,
So
you
you're
have
just
no idea
MVP, but you hate
how
the
much
play.
content you're giving us here. You're giving us so much content that it's not
All
even.
right, my bad, my bad. I had a fucking. All right, go ahead. What was it? I still hate done deal. Yes.
And you just casually are MVP of done deal.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you happy or like you don't give a shit?
no, it's great. I love playing. I mean, I still hate it, but it's why not?
Have they given him the trophy already?
No, they
man,
haven't. They
You
haven't.
know,
That's
everyone has
playoff
to
week.
you know you have to give a speech, right?
No, I don't.
Brother, every MVP has done it.
I mean, I just did like TV interviews like 2 weeks ago, so I feel like I could do it.
Prepared. You're prepared.
I think the only one that's ever given an interview is Peaky, and like that's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Like the one
Yeah.
that like the whole entire speech, like he had like everyone there, like they even brought the foldable chairs and whatnot. I don't think they'll do that for Fredo. Yo, Mike, you know it's one of the things I know you've been kind of distant from DD, obviously, but you know it's one of the rare feats that kind of highlighted the season for Fredo, and this is going to completely shock you. He had a perfect week.
As in, like,
He only played 11 offensive drives, so he played 11 drives, 11 touchdowns, and he didn't get on the field for a 12th drive because he himself one-handed pick sixed it and took it back for a touchdown. Like,
so
for you to have an idea, like look, let me extrapolate this for you because you love stats. One of the better teams, thanks to the DDPA in the league is Joan's Vikings, right? If you add Joan's flagpoles and Hernandez, which is his number 2 there, if you add both their flagpoles together, they have more flagpoles than all of the Bengals combined. Like the Bengals did just not play defense because they were ping pong boom off the field. 4 tutties out, 4 tutties out, 4 tutties out.
There was a week where on 100% of the drives you scored.
Yes,
100%.
100%. There was no 99.9, and there was one drive that didn't even exist because he pick sixed them himself to end the game.
Now, quick little nugget, Mikey. What do you think is a more impressive stat? That or winning a game as a quarterback without having one pass attempt?
Damn.
Nah, Fredo's stat is pretty good.
Oh, thank God! I was about to get flamed. Yo, because the team that was me and I'm actually like Scorigami. Like I've been part of like some of the quirkiest things in DD. I in 5-man I lost to a 4-man team that had Freddie the rusher in it. I was part of this Saints team that lost to Ray Met without even making a single pass. So there's been a couple.
Is Ray Met still a quarterback in this league, dog?
He actually pooched. He pooched the second position. He's in. Perra got the bye. Ray Met's gonna.
Ray Met got a bye?
No,
No.
Ray Met lost the bye. Perra took it away from him.
Oh, bro, dang, that guy needs a quick quarterback. Who else is still in this goddamn league, brother?
Well, let me.
Freddie Bob's one dud of the season.
I like Freddie though. Freddie's good for the league. I like the guy. Who else is in this shithole league? Is Lulu still in this bitch?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
Lulu's in the Buccaneers, but like always, Lulu missed like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Tronky missed like a week, but they still made the playoffs by the grace.
How's Tronky? That's who I want to know. How's he doing?
Well, we're actually gonna know how Tronky is because you'll actually have a full team and Lulu for the playoffs, so we'll know then.
Okay, is Devin still quarterbacking here?
Mediocre
Yeah.
though. It's not Nas Devin. It's more of like squad Devin. They're not doing too well. They're in like they're mid.
You actually been gone for like fucking 10 years.
I mean, I haven't
Been
seen.
like 2 months, guy.
Well, but it's a completely new season, and it's just funny that these trends, these people, like, I really wanted to know how Raymet was doing.
No, but like, look, for you to have an idea, Fredo, we're just here giving Fredo his flowers. Fredo set the record for total touchdowns, so he has the TD record now.
Can I know who he was competing against?
Well, you know that they tried to, they tried to give the MVP award. I had to get in there. I actually had to, like in a wedding setting, there's like, oh, everyone, before speak now, forever hold your peace.
And you spoke.
And I had to be like, what? Stop.
Tell me the cheese, because you know I love this shit. Who
Okay.
they tried to clown.
No, they like Joan missed a full week, and
Oh,
you can't win the thing if you miss a week, Papi. You can't.
what were his stats? Tell me the
No, they're
stats.
beautiful. No, they're beautiful stats.
Tell me.
No. If he plays another week, then we
He
really
runs
have
away.
to sit
Yeah,
down.
if he doesn't miss a week, he runs away with it.
What were the stats?
We're gonna get there, and mind you, and we're talking Fredo had like 80% stats here.
I think Fredo had what 53 and 5 total.
Yeah.
Or 55.
I have 55 total touchdowns.
Yeah, so
because
55 and
he caught
5.
a couple and then a pick 6.
Yeah, and then I think Joan in 4 weeks had 48 and 2 or something like that.
Oh wow, okay.
But he also had like 40 something flagpoles, which is absurd. I don't even know how he had that many flagpoles.
And both of you guys got a buy and shit.
Yeah, Fredo was the 1, Joan was the 2 in their conference.
And who was your wide receiver one, Fredo?
So Joan had 44 flagpoles, 45 passing touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, and threw 77% and caught 3 interceptions. Fredo had 52 touchdowns thrown to his 45. And, Fredo just didn't play defense because he was off the field all the time. So he only had 15 flagpoles. That being said, Fredo had 5 interceptions. So he had 3 more. He played a week more, but Fredo had 3 touchdowns to Joan's none. And he also threw 76%.
So it sounds like Fredo robbed Joan.
That's
it.
When
sounds
you
like
do,
Joan got fucking robbed. I'm sorry.
Well, we called it the Lulu precedent. The same way that Lulu got robbed at MVP because he missed that week. And
I mean, I'm all for Joan not winning shit. If we can stop him from winning anything, I'm all for it. So
hey, listen, I think the only guy again that the same way, like, stop, it's not gonna happen. The only person that's gonna be able to stop Joan from getting a start is gonna be the Bengals. Because his team is overpowered. Joan's team is overpowered.
Who's your wide receiver one, Fredo? That's what I want to know.
AJ. You don't know him, yeah.
I don't think you know him.
You just got like a bot off the street, like a random.
Not a bot off the street, but
he's a random.
This is
for
first
sure.
done deal season.
So, Angel, is he a bot? These people are not honest. Is he like a bot?
Bro, he has one of the nastiest dead legs you'll ever see.
No, bro. AJ's good, bro. Relax.
Yeah, he's good.
Fredo, is he a bot?
He's not a bot, though.
No, like look,
he's not a bot.
Mikey,
he's played flag his whole life. You just don't know.
For you to have an idea, Carlos is beside himself.
Carlos
Carlos is foaming at the mouth that he's waiting for 11-13 to be the day so he could register in DD so he could play with Fredo again.
Who do you like more, Carlos or this AJ guy?
No, because this is AJ was on the MVP ballot. Like Fredo played so good that not only Fredo was on the ballot, but also AJ was on the ballot as well. And Carlos cannot stand to see the light of day because the fact that AJ is thriving under Fredo's offense.
Yeah, AJ broke the receiving record, like touchdown or whatever.
Can you imagine Carlos right now?
Oh, I think I know who AJ. I've been seeing on DD's Instagram. He's one of those people that play in those Hialeah leagues, right?
No,
wrong guy. Wrong.
Relax. You don't know him, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not a good thing.
Which part?
No, but I think it is fair to say that if you compare everyone's team, Joan's team is what Angel said, overpowered.
Yeah.
He has a Top Gun team.
Fortunately.
Damn, like that?
Yeah, bro. The DDA hooked him up, man.
So is he gonna win this whole thing or what?
Win the MVP, but like I needed to let him. I need to give Fredo a good run in the playoffs. I feel like whoever wins that side wins it all.
Well, I'm glad that Fredo fucking won, man. Now you can keep joining Dundee because you were a tremendous hater.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna play every season, guy.
Good.
I just gotta represent, whenever I can. But
yeah, look at this guy, freaking.
Oh shit.
We're gonna hear the end of it. No.
All right. Well, I want to know if my time is up here. Can I get the fuck out?
Yeah, you could get out, Mikey. Appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with us.
I love you guys and I miss you, and I'll be back as soon as I can.
I hope that's sooner rather than later.
All right, boot him. That's enough.
Too, does that like my cue or no?
Well, no, Fredo, this is your moment. Whereas the MVP, like I know we've tried to keep you on more than what you wanted to be. This is not part of your person, but Tell us how your actual first good season experience. We know the Bears was a nightmare. So how do you feel? How
Did
was
you
the
start
season?
that Bears season though, or did you come in as a replacement?
Me?
Nah, I missed week 1,
Yeah, he
but
missed
Oh,
I
week
was
okay.
there the whole
And
season. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
season was a disaster for everyone, you know.
Yeah, we played 5 hard the whole season, so it was like annoying. And then Juju got hurt and all that. But no, I mean, I feel like for this season we're balling, bro. These guys, I took a risk on AJ. Not a risk, I knew who he was, but like he was ranked way lower than where I took him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now he's been balling, and Julio's been balling, and I don't know. Everybody's just been playing their roles super well. Enzo and Jay, and even Tony had a pick 6 and shit in the season. So I feel like everyone's just done their thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, it's been a fun season. You know. And now, you know, AJ's playing with us now, Nas and shit. So it's cool. Like, you know, it worked out in that end too. You know.
No, I'm beyond the
That's
moon.
crazy.
I'm beyond.
Yeah.
I'm recruiting. I think this is after this Worlds. I'm going to transition to quarterback. I think I've shown the world that at least in the C division, D division, E division, somewhere down there, I'm going to exist as a quarterback. So most probably Nas is going to be recruiting a whole new wave of players. I'm going to definitely raid DD for some talent. I've heard some teams that are shutting down, so I might start picking up talent from them too.
Wow.
What do you think, Fredo?
Tremendo organization we have going on right now.
No, we're moving. We're gonna do basketball now too, bro. We're not stopping. We're thriving here.
Oh,
We're gonna be a multifaceted organization. So nothing makes me happier that Mike Cornerstone got another MVP. We wish you the best of luck, Fredo. Thank you for joining on, joining our band.
Ready? That's
Huh?
all I had. All I got to say.
Oh no, we're gonna give you 30 seconds of uninterrupted talking. That's how we finish it for the MVP.
I kind of wanted to say, you know, shout out Julio G, because I think without that guy who I drafted first, I don't build this team. So low key convinced me to draft everybody. I'm not gonna lie. So, and that guy's a fucking psychopath. Every time we play, there's extreme intensity out of that man. Like I think there's low key something wrong with him.
In a good way.
In a great way, yeah. And AJ too, psychopaths.
yeah.
But you know what I mean.
You have a type.
Yeah, low key. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe not, because nobody else I've ever played with is like nuts like these idiots. But yeah, I mean, it's been great. And now we just gotta finish the season. That's it, you know. So
Well, I'm picking you to win the whole thing. So
yeah, I saw that. It's gonna be super tough. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, why not? You know.
hey, listen, just picture us in a cabana.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. You know.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Congratulations, buddy. We love you.
I can go home now.
Yeah, you can. You can. Well, you're already home. And like I really love like the furniture back there like screams Cuban.
Yeah, I know. This is like my
No.
No, the
sillita,
light
la
switch.
sillita.
No,
The
and the
light switch,
Oh, yeah.
the wooden light switch, and
Yeah.
the little brown couch you're in, like that screams Hialeah, like East
Yeah, I'm
Hialeah.
here. This is Wachete, you know. This is like halfway.
Huechete. Oh, like that's gonna, that's a special shout out to like a third of the
Tuazo.
DD chat. Yeah. Well,
He
Fredo, we
says
appreciate
Tuazo?
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Swaddle. He's Westchester's very own.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
Well, we love you, Fredo. Thanks for
Not
being
again.
on.
Love you guys.
Dale, Pep.
It's my quarterback.
Yeah,
happy you-
he definitely played himself.
Yep. Now, let's you tell me what your bold prediction is going to be. Because I already my pick'em's on paper. I got the Bengals winning this whole damn thing.
But is that bold? They're the number 1 seed.
No, it's just look, the way that I see it: Chargers, Cowboys, Chiefs, Dolphins. The Dolphins.
That could be a toss up.
I know. I think the Dolphins find their magic from early, and then I'm riding here with Raymet. I know everyone's going Jaguars, but I'm riding with Raymet, and I'm riding with Tronky. Then the way that sets it up, it's Bengals, Dolphins. I know Dolphins have gotten the better of them, but no way Fredo's one and done again. And I just think Vikings are just too overpowered. And it's not that I'm picking against David. David's not quarterback. I'm picking against Peter. So that's why I got the Vikings there. And then ultimately, I just feel that the Bucks, They don't match up well against the Giants. I think Chris D redeems himself after not winning the MVP. He could still salvage an amazing season by being able to win. I think you get the better of Raymette, and then it becomes Bengals Vikings, and that's where I feel the only toss up is here. Winner there wins the whole thing. I think Giants are better than you. I think it'll be a 4-3 game, but that could be a toss up as well. But I don't think whichever team wins could beat either the Bengals or the Vikings. I have Bengals, Giants, Bengals.
I mean, you still didn't really give me a bold prediction. You just gave me why you picked your picks.
My bold prediction. My bold prediction. I feel who's gonna fall flat on. Look, I think Jaguars fall flat on their face. They lose that first game 4-1. Same thing with the Dolphins. I don't think it's gonna be a toss up. I think it'll be like a 4-1. I don't think the Chiefs do much. 4-1, 4-2. It'll be tight. It'll be like a little tight bull whooping between those two. I don't think it'll be close at all. That's pretty much it. I really think it's gonna fall the way it's been falling the whole season. I just don't see no room for upset, barring someone like showing up completely hungover or getting hurt.
Okay. No, I mean, it's always hard to pick those underdogs, right? Because
Because of the body of work.
Exactly, because it's an actual season. So, but at the end of the day,
It's one game.
man, if Josh comes correct, again, that's a scary team.
Remember, Fredo, Vikings, Jerry, first place runaway, just like Bengals, same situation. In comes Colts, David, Michael Sabina, Angel Camacho, Chris Zuzo, boom, done. 4-0. They played for nothing. Bounced out in the first game. So I get it. I get it. I get it how a team, but it's just too much body of work for some of these teams on both ways. Like too much body of work for the Chiefs being inconsistent, and there's just more body of work the Dolphins being the better team. They just beat the Bengals.
I mean, I want to stay away from my conference. So I'm gonna actually, and I don't even think I think this would have been my bold prediction regardless. But I got my bold prediction is the Chiefs making a run to the conference championship. Maybe I think that game against the Dolphins is a toss up, right? And then depending how it shakes out, maybe they don't even have to play, the Bengals. But I think they have a better shot against the Bengals than they do the Chiefs. I mean, than they do the Vikings because I think Devin is able to expose that bottom half of the team better against the Bengals than trying to do that against the Vikings because just the Vikings top half is just ridiculous, right? So obviously I'm always gonna take the top half over the bottom half, if especially when it's if it's skewed in such a way. So I think the Chiefs make a run to the conference championship. I think they beat the Dolphins. I think the way it's gonna work out, I think they're gonna end up playing the Bengals, and I think they beat the Bengals, and I think they make a run to the conference championship. I think Devin gets 2 wins, and that's my bold prediction.
Devin with 2 wins in the playoffs. That's bold. I like it. I already do like it. So I wish you the best of luck. I wish all the teams the best of luck. It's been an amazing season.
You won't be there, right, at all?
I won't be there. Unfortunately, I will be at Tallahassee seeing Miami Hurricanes get completely obliterated by the Florida State Seminoles. So no bold prediction on this, and I expect us to be put in the fetal position very early. Thank God the game's at 3:30. It won't be a night game, so at least I could have a good dinner after the shellacking. But I wish everyone the best of luck. It's been an amazing season. Can't wait to go at it again. We got the tournament coming up. We'll be doing a special collab show, previewing for the tournament, previewing the games, previewing that. Most probably bring on the winner from season 18. We appreciate everyone. Everything is said on here is in banter. We appreciate all the votes, every single one that we got for the show. We do this for you guys. All the love that we get through the views, through the likes, through the comments. That's why we do it. That's why we put in the time, the effort, and the energy. We want to thank Lazo for his editing, Mikey for his contribution, for everyone who's come onto the show during the season. We've had an amazing ride. Show keeps getting better. The seasons keep getting better. Teams keep getting better. And as always, the league is the most important thing. And DD is life. We love you guys. So,
Gang, gang.
Perra, unless you got something else to say, man, hear that beautiful voice.
I'm Gucci, man. Everything great season. Looking forward to playoffs and DD's life.
DD's life. I can't say anything else to finish this episode better off. Peace.
There's a lot of people here who are soft. What's